Welcome to Struthers Parkinson Center. I'm Martha Nance, Medical Director at Struthers since 2000. In recognition of our 30th anniversary at our vibrant facility in Golden Valley, I would like to share with you our history, highlighting our long-standing commitment to compassionate care, excellence, leadership, and innovation. A central theme at Struthers has always been that of comprehensive, team-based care for people with Parkinson's disease and related conditions. Beginning in the late 1970s, Dr. Paul Silverstein, shown here on the left, worked with colleagues Dr. Felix Zweibel and Ruth Haggestoon, RN, and many others to build a multidisciplinary team that could provide rehabilitation therapies for people with Parkinson's disease and education and support for patients and their families. For many years, the Parkinson's program operated out of the rehabilitation department in the basement of Methodist Hospital in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, working to help patients and also to increase awareness of Parkinson's disease. Here, for example, is a proclamation signed by then Governor Al Quie designating the week of October 24th, 1982 to be Parkinson's Week. The Parkinson's care team gradually grew. In particular, I want to mention Joan Gardner, RN, in the back center, who later became nursing supervisor, and Rose Wickman, PT, back right, who moved from patient care to become the center manager for over 20 years in the 2000s. A unique offering of the Parkinson's program was its team assessment, during which a patient would be evaluated in one day by multiple members of the team, including the neurologist, nurse, social worker, and physical, speech, and occupational therapists. By the 1990s, the Parkinson's program at Methodist Hospital was known for its fully integrated approach to the management of this chronic progressive disease, and hundreds of people with Parkinson's disease benefited from the program's resources. One of those people was Alan Struthers, shown here with his wife, Evelyn. After Alan was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and as his disease progressed, Evelyn increasingly believed that Parkinson's families needed more than what the hospital-centered program could provide. It was her dream that people with Parkinson's disease could have a safe place to engage in life-enhancing activities that went beyond medical care. Through the leadership of the Struthers family and other donors, and the combined efforts of the Part Nicollet Foundation, Methodist Hospital leadership, community leaders, and the Parkinson's program team, we were able to move to our freestanding facility in Golden Valley in 1995 under the name Struthers Parkinson Center. Evelyn's dream, which became a core feature of the center, was the CREATE program. CREATE is an acronym for Center for Research, Educational, Artistic, and Therapeutic Endeavors for People with Parkinson's Disease. This day program allowed people in the middle or later stages of Parkinson's disease to participate in creative, thought-provoking, and physical activities, while giving their care partners a break from the daily challenges of caregiving and support for their hard work. Over the last 30 years, we've partnered with the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum, the Kairos Dance Theater, Artsy Smartsy, and many other individuals and groups in the community, as well as our own music therapists, physical, occupational, and speech therapists, social workers, and chaplains to sustain and grow the activities of the CREATE program. We've described our program and experiences at events such as the World Parkinson Congress to bring our learnings to health professionals and patients around the country and the world. For many years, well into her 80s, Evelyn Struthers, known to all as Evie, worked as a volunteer in the CREATE program, sharing her compassion, wisdom, and grace with hundreds of people with Parkinson's disease and their families. She is but one example of the many family, student, and community volunteers who have generously given of their time to help us help people with Parkinson's disease. Partnership with our community has always been important to the Struthers team. Throughout our existence, we've maintained a community advisory board to ensure that we are hearing the thoughts and recommendations of our patients and families, as well as those of the medical, research, and local communities about the work that we do. In 1997, recognizing our integrated approach to Parkinson's disease that includes neurological care, rehabilitation therapies, as well as support, education, outreach, and research, Struthers was awarded the National Parkinson Foundation's prestigious designation as a Center of Excellence, a designation we have proudly maintained since that time. In 2000, after 22 years of strong leadership, Dr. Silverstein stepped down as medical director of Struthers, and I took over that position. With dedicated internal leadership, a strong multidisciplinary team, excellent community support, and ongoing philanthropic relationships with the Struthers family and many other donors, Struthers was poised for a period of growth and creativity in the first 2 decades of the 21st century. Through the efforts of Rose Wickman, Joan Gardner, and social workers Sandra Vartness and later Joan Hloss, we took the support and outreach part of our Center of Excellence designation to unprecedented heights, supporting up to 90 support groups over the 5-state Upper Midwest area. Wickman and Gardner would travel to these communities to make their connection with our program a personal one. Meanwhile, Ruth Hagestuen, having retired from her position as center manager, took on a position as vice president and program director for the National Parkinson Foundation's Center of Excellence program, bringing our model of care to a national level. She also helped to launch that organization's team training program in 2003. In the 20-teens, their experiences with outreach led Wickman and Gardner to develop a program called the Struthers Parkinson's Care Network to train the trainers at long-term care and assisted living facilities, as well as home care agencies, about the unique aspects of Parkinson's care. The red tulip is the international symbol of Parkinson's disease, and the program was initially called TULIPS, an acronym referring to time, understanding, quality of life, increased awareness, pills on time, and support, all critical but under-recognized aspects of care for people with Parkinson's disease. This program grew rapidly to include multiple facilities in over 15 states and Canada, and in 2022, Wickman and Gardner stepped down from their leadership roles at Struthers to take this program to a national level through what is now called the Parkinson Foundation Community Partners in Parkinson's Care program. Meanwhile, we set about to bolster our research program, hiring Catherine Walensky as research director and naming Dr. Sotirios Parashos as clinical research lead. Since 2000, Struthers Parkinson Center has participated in many NIH and industry-sponsored trials of novel medications for Parkinson's disease, and our investigators are recognized as national leaders in the study of integrated care, falls, and genetic aspects of Parkinson's disease. A quality improvement project conducted in 2015 to improve the timely administration of the medication levodopa to Parkinson patients admitted to Methodist Hospital led to a jaw-dropping and sustained figure of over 60% of scheduled levodopa doses being given within 15 minutes of the scheduled times, compared with national trends of closer to 50% within an hour. By 2015, a remodel and expansion was in order to accommodate a growing team of physicians, nurses, social workers, rehabilitation therapists, research and administrative staff, and the CREATE program activities. We added a dedicated education space, as well as the adjacent indoor garden, which is used heavily by physical therapists for gait training and also for informal connections between patients and partners attending our exercise classes, educational programs, and support groups. In 2017, as part of the growing connection between the historical programs of Park Nicollet and Methodist Hospital in Minneapolis and suburbs, and the historical Health Partners programs in St. Paul, we added a second Struthers multidisciplinary team at the Health Partners Neuroscience Center in St. Paul, under the leadership of Dr. Julia Johnson, shown on the upper right with her team, with Joan Haas, shown in the lower left, serving as manager for both Struthers campuses. Many of the special facets of our work at Struthers, research, educational programs, support groups, exercise classes, music therapy, as well as major remodeling, landscaping, and equipment purchases, have been made possible by generous donors, a variety of fundraising activities, and the support of the Park Nicollet Foundation. We've also recognized over 60 special contributors to the Parkinson's community since 2002 through our annual Paul M. Silverstein Community Service Awards banquet. As the management of Parkinson's disease has grown more complex, so the expertise of our team has broadened to include a social work counselor, an on-site neuropsychologist, and physicians specializing in palliative care, dementia, and deep brain stimulation, as well as nurses specializing in the programming of deep brain stimulators and levodopa pumps. Current research studies include everything from shoe insole inserts to detect changes in gait pattern, to genetic testing and transcranial magnetic stimulation to treat certain symptoms. In 2024, Struthers physicians conducted over 5,000 patient visits, while rehabilitation therapists conducted 6,000 visits, and the nursing team answered over 8,000 patient phone calls. Our most recent honor was our recognition by the Lewy Body Dementia Association as one of its research centers of excellence under the leadership of neuropsychologist Dr. Kate Wyman and neurologist Dr. Kevin Webb-Kay. As we complete the first quarter of the 21st century and 30 years in Golden Valley, we look forward to the next 25 years and the improved approaches to Parkinson's disease diagnosis and treatment, and perhaps even prevention, that they will bring. And we welcome our continued partnership with all of you as we move forward one step at a time. What will not change is our commitment to and partnership with our patients and families, our integrated team-based approach to care, and our spirit of compassion, excellence, innovation, and leadership.